Hi, this is Dr. Deanne Long, and we're starting a test because we're really struggling to get my computer to actually pick this up. We're starting just a tad early, and we're seeing if this actually is working. It is working! Hooray! Okay. So, folks, I'm so glad that we're here live. Our little Facebook streaming is working. I like technology, but sometimes I'm old enough where technology doesn't always work the way it should. But I'll tell you what does work, and that is the weight loss program that we do here. I am getting more and more excited about the patients that we're seeing, the results that we're getting. So let me just tell you a little bit about myself to start off, because I really haven't disclosed much, but I'm an old emergency medicine physician. I worked for 15 years at one of the university's in emergency departments. I went to medical school here locally in Salt Lake City at the University of Utah. Go Utes. Actually, I'm a fan of kind of all of the different sports teams around Utah. So anyways, I worked for many years, but in the ER, nobody wants to see you. You're the last person anybody wants to see in the ER. So I branched out and started doing hyperbaric medicine and wound care and really enjoyed that. But I got super frustrated with the insurance companies. And so I decided to branch out again and to actually not charge insurance companies and make hyperbaric oxygen therapy available. So we've had this clinic open for about 5 years, but when I heard about this new weight loss medication, I got really excited because prior to this, we had only a few choices that didn't work very well for medication-assisted weight loss. I needed it pretty bad myself. I was a very unhealthy doctor, as doctors are pretty bad about taking care of themselves. And so I decided to go ahead and start something for myself to test this new craze because I wanted to make sure it was safe and I wanted to make sure it was effective and it was worth our patients' time. So I started on the journey myself and have been very successful in losing about 70 pounds. And I feel so much better. So when I put you on the program, I can literally say, been there, done that. And so I know the bad stuff that can happen in this medication and I can know the good stuff. So I can help you in this journey. And it's really important. This medication is not just willy-nilly like going to the drugstore and taking cough medicine. This medication can be dangerous if not used appropriately. And so what my goal is to make sure not only that we're using it the right way, that you're safe, that you're feeling good. It's not about being sick, but it's about using the medication effectively and relearning how to eat and be healthy. That really is the key. This is not a medication that you need to go on just to lose a couple of pounds. Yes, you can, and it works, but really the medication can help those of us who were really suffering from some really bad eating habits, really bad lifestyle choices, to reset and reconnect with what it means to be healthy and how it feels to be healthy. Now, one of the keys that I haven't talked about before is how important it is to eat protein while you're on this medication. A lot of people are saying, oh, I'm losing skeletal muscle mass, I'm losing my hair, I am really not feeling very good. Two things that really cause this problem. First of all, most of my patients actually undereat on this medication, which is just as sabotaging as overeating, and they're not eating enough protein. Protein is essential in keeping your muscle mass up, to making sure you stay strong and continuing to move. Now, I certainly didn't want to move when I first started this because I was way overweight. But the more I lost, the better I felt, and the more I feel I can do more movement, more activity. And this is also a good thing to keep that skeletal muscle mass intact. Now, do you absolutely have to do that to be able to take this medication and lose weight? No, actually, the medication can be quite effective for those of us who weren't very active. But hopefully, as you lose weight, as you feel better, you'll be able to do that. Now, I'd love to answer some questions, so please feel free to post a question if you have any. I know that there are lots of questions about this medication, and actually, if you want to post a question or ask a question live where you can talk to me face to face, we're doing an open house this evening at 5 o'clock. Come by. We're going to have a little snackage, and we're going to be able to talk about really anything you want to talk about on these medications, where we get them, how safe it is, how well they work, and we're happy to help and do that. So come by. It's at Utah Body and Soul. The address is on the Facebook feed you're at, but it's also 6440 South Wasatch Boulevard. That's in Holiday. Make sure you come, and I'll be more than happy to chat with you and make sure you're appropriate, but also I think you can get some good deals. Like, we will not charge you for a consult if you come in during this seminar. We can even start the program this evening, or we can bring you in later and we can talk about it at length, just one-on-one. So whatever you'd like to do. We also want to invite you anytime to call and make an appointment, and I'll talk with you one-on-one here at the Utah Body and Soul for either weight loss. But if you're also curious about hyperbaric oxygen therapy, feel free to come in and we can show you around, and we can talk about how good and beneficial it is for you as well. So let's have a question. Okay, there's one. All right. So a question that somebody has asked in the past is, what happens when I stop this medicine? Will I gain the weight back? Well, unfortunately, obesity is a chronic disease, and we can't cure our tendencies to become overweight if we continue to eat poorly, or if we have something that's impeding our progress. So part of the road to losing weight is exploring what it is that might have caused you to gain the weight in the first place, and solving that by the time you're done, and then hopefully not returning back to that unhealthy lifestyle so that you keep the weight off. You do not have to gain the weight back. If we manage it appropriately, you can keep it off and stay healthy. So you don't have to gain it back, even though once you stop the medicine, you don't have that help. But that's okay. It's like using a crutch when you have a broken ankle. Sometimes you just need a little help for a while, and then you can stop using the crutch and really do better. Okay, here's one more question, and then we'll be done today. I can't lose my last 15 to 20 pounds, and that is so common. Our bodies are good at keeping us larger. Our bodies like energy. And there's a certain part of our body that kind of fights back from losing and having less energy available, or less fat storage, essentially. So we tend to kind of keep hold of those pounds. This medication can help you get to that goal weight that you are wanting to reach, and then keep it off. So you can lose that last 15 to 20 pounds and overcome that plateau with even several months on the medication. You don't have to be on it permanently. You don't have to be on it 6 months or lifelong. You can lose that last stubborn 15 to 20 pounds. And if you're active and you're eating well, this is actually really good medicine for you, because you will keep it off at the end if you're already doing those things but still have a few stubborn pounds to lose. I do restrict this if you're underweight, so I want this to be a safe journey for you. But even if you have 15 to 20 pounds that's just stubborn, come on, we'll talk. All right. Well, we're going to end today, and I appreciate you coming by or clicking on this later. And hopefully we'll see you this evening. If not, you'll give me a call sometime soon. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Are you off?